Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Marysville High School Gymnasium for Michigan High School Athletic District Final Basketball. The girls basketball team, Marysville Vikings, will be taking on the Tigers. And the Tigers from Armada have had a great season so far. Joining me in the booth, we have Josh Smith, and we also have Brittany Husson, and lots of great action tonight. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Both two dangerous teams.
All right, let's start with some keys to the game. Josh, the Tigers, what do they need to do to win this thing?
Today, the Tigers' keys, they really have to bother the Vikings' three-point shooters, because we all know the Vikings are very dangerous from beyond the arc. They also have to rebound, only give one shot. And the final key of the game is get the Vikings in foul trouble.
All right. We watched the semifinal game the other night. They knocked off St. Clair. They really pushed the ball up and down the floor. So Vikings will have to be ready for the press. Brittany, what else are they going to have to be ready for?
The Vikings are going to have to slow the Tigers down. They like to run and gun. They will have to handle the full court press and make the lane home. They have to rebound and post up.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, join us in just a moment for the tip-off.
High school sports have always been a huge part in a lot of teenagers' lives. Playing an MHSAA sport can benefit teens by teaching them
teamwork, dedication,
sportsmanship,
cooperation.
Can you rise to the challenge?
No problem. Look, Mom, no skis. No fish.
Falls on TV can be entertaining. Falling at home can be devastating. Each year, 1 in 3 Americans over 65 falls in their own home, breaking bones and shattering lives. For older people, any broken bone can be serious. A broken hip, potentially lethal. To make your home as fall-safe and bone-friendly as it can be, visit orthoinfo.org/falls. A public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, where staying on your feet is doctor's orders.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Viking basketball on M6, your hometown station. This is District 56 Girls Basketball District Final action. Marysville Vikings taking on Armada Tigers. The opening tip goes to the Tigers. Drive all the way to the basket. Shots off the mark. Emily Giroux, great rebound. Pulls it down. Takes us up into the front court. Nice pass inside, just off the mark, and Jessica Martin picks up a foul. A little bit of a reach. All right, inbounds pass by the Tigers. Vikings start out in a little bit of a three-quarter press. Tigers handle it very well, get it to the baseline, but it hits the baseline out of bounds. Turnover goes over to the Vikings.
Seems like both teams are very nervous to start off this district final.
A little bit shaky yet. They'll settle down. You're right, Josh. I think both teams really want to do well. Shelby Zeiser, nice job moving the ball around. Martin drives inside, looking for Taylor. Back out to Giroux. Emily Giroux takes it back to the top. Sets up her offense. Emily gets a 5-second call against her. Again, just a little bit indecisive, trying to get everybody settled, and that happens sometimes, right?
Yeah, happens to me all the time when I play.
All right, inbounds by the Tigers again. Zeiser up in the front of the press. Tigers get it over half court. Patton inbounds the ball, pass down to the baseline. Nice pass. Good job by Zeiser, steps into it. Steele, Hornbacher bringing it up the court, passes up to Velko. Velko, Maddie taking it into the lane and gets fouled on the shot.
That was great teamwork to get it down there.
Both teams are starting off the game quite shaky with the fouls.
That was a good job driving to the hoop. They ended up drawing the foul. Maddie Velko is going to be shooting.
Maddie has been dynamite from the free throw line this year. She's 66 of 81 from the free throw line.
She does have a nice shot. She works hard on that shot all summer long during the off season, and it's paying off with a very successful season. Off the mark on the second one, Vikings with the 1-0 lead, and here come the Tigers.
The Vikings, they go back to a man defense right here. It seems like
a little bit of a trap in the corner, and it's another turnover by the Tigers. Coach Carlson for the Tigers is going to take a quick timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. And with that, we'd like to thank one of our sponsors.
All right. All right. Yeah. All right.
So I'll describe kind of the play, and you'll say, boy, that was a great trap.
Yeah.
Good outlet pass. Great job getting the ball. We really appreciate all of our sponsors being able to help bring this ball game right into your living room.
And the Tigers set up in a full court press here.
Yeah, really trying behind the back.
Maddie handled it very nicely. Now she needs a little help, needs a teammate, and the ball's stolen by Patton. Patton's got a 2-on-1. She's going to take it all the way left hand, and it's good. 2-1 Tigers.
And the Vikings, they don't want to force anything right here. They want to make settle passes, and they don't want to force anything.
That was a really nice pump fake by Jessica Martin. She got the defender up in the air. Unfortunately, the ball didn't go down.
She'll get it next time.
Shelby Zeiser picks up her first foul.
And Marysville, they stop the full court zone, and they're bringing it back to their half court.
It's like a 1-2-2 zone. The Vikings are packing it in. Patton that time finds a shooter, but Vikings out of bounds. Victoria Patton, watching the game the other night, she's a very good ball player. She makes a lot of good things happen for the Tigers.
Yeah. They're
Number 5,
2-3
Caitlin Carlson will be taking it out of bounds.
They got Taylor Hornbacher as a quick inbounds pass, and they tried to get a quick layup. Fans thought maybe she was holding her ground, but they said no. That'll be Taylor's first foul. Shot off to the side. Bucket is good, a three-pointer. That's number 4, Kelsey Thompson.
What a shot by Kelsey Thompson.
Good job of the Vikings pushing the ball up.
That was a great pass by Shelby Zeiser.
They got good penetration. You just got to settle down, make that really good pass, and get the layup.
You can definitely feel the nerves in the gym right now. The Vikings are just trying to force too much.
Good defense. Emily Giroux got her hand on it, deflected it out of bounds. It's 5-1 in favor of the Tigers. 5:21 to go in the first quarter. District Class B girls basketball finals. Emily Giroux called for the foul. Stuck her knee out, got into the way.
Now the Vikings have to watch for foul trouble here. They already have 4 fouls, and it's only the first half.
You don't want to put the Tigers on the line, especially late in the second quarter. Make them earn it from the floor.
And you definitely don't want to get your key players in foul trouble here.
The ball was knocked out, but the Tigers came up with it, got another shot. This time, Hornbacher on the ground gets it up to Giroux. Giroux brings it all the way up to the elbow, banks one up, but it just rims out. Good hustle, but they call a blocking foul on Maddie Velko. This is where you can see that the Tigers really like to run the ball, those long outlet passes.
Yeah, we need that full court press back.
All right, Coach Ratchie decides to take a quick timeout, and with that, we're going to take a timeout as well on M6, your hometown station.
Just like the Air Force Thunderbird pilot I flew with, I have to make split-second decisions as a top fuel driver. Hi, I'm Brandon Bernstein, driver for Kenny Bernstein's 2010 Copart Lucas Oil Top Fuel Dragster. To make it in the NHRA, I've had to work hard, stay focused, and make smart decisions along the way. To reach your goals, you need to think straight, stay on track, and give your very best effort in everything you do. Make the right choices today and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Welcome back to Marysville High School Gym. Girls basketball district final action.
And now
Tigers have a 5-1 lead.
And now number 24 steps into the game.
Vikings settle back into the zone again. Curley is checked in for the Vikings. Takes Maddie Velko's spot.
No, Maddie's still out there.
Good pass inside, got down on the baseline, and bucket 7-1 Tigers.
And now the Vikings are trying to, you know, speed the game up a little bit.
Shelby.
Staying corrected. Curley came in for Zeiser that time. We have a foul called on Armada. Vikings will take it out of bounds.
Number 14, Devin Belko, checking in for 11, Jessica Martin.
Now the Tigers here are doing a great job of protecting the arc and not letting the Vikings.
Great backdoor cut and wonderful pass. Just bobbled it a little bit. Warmbacher's going to drive, knocked out of bounds, or knocked off her hands, almost out of bounds, but the Tigers bring it up. That's that quick outlet pass they like to do. Big collision, no call at all. Now there's a little bit of a reach.
And that the Vikings have to be very careful here. They're one foul away from being in extra free throws here, so, you know.
Bonus is ready to kick in. We've got a long shot from the corner. It's a three-pointer, and that's a 10-1 lead.
Number 5, Caitlin Carlson with a grand shot.
Maddie Velko answers out with a shot of her own.
She's real good at shooting from the perimeter.
Try to get that momentum back in the Vikings' way, but Tigers come back. This is going to be a fast-paced game, 12-4.
Definitely turning into a shootout right now.
Once again, a reaching foul as Maddie Velko drives to the lane. Now, Tigers are picking up a few of their own fouls.
And now Shelby Zeiser checks into the game, along with Kelsey Husson.
And in for Armada is...
They had quite a few kids in that time. We'll catch up with them. All right, Kelsey, nice inbounds. Back to Kelsey. She tries to drive it, passes, but it's stripped up. Tigers are very good defensively. They get their hands in the passing lane quite a bit. Big shot off the glass.
Number 23.
Now 14-4 in favor of the Tigers.
A great way to use the backboard right there.
Curley with the shot off the mark. Good hustle on the rebound. Comes back to Velko. And Velko is fouled. That'll be 4 fouls now on the Tigers. Ball out of bounds for the Vikings.
Now we see the fouls are starting to even out here, and you know, it's going to be a more interesting game and seeing how, you know, each team handles their fouls.
Nice big lob pass into Husson, and she's fouled. She'll be taking 2 free throws.
No, I think that was on the ground there.
They did call it on the ground. Good catch, Josh. I thought she was going up to shoot.
Let's see if the Vikings can get an easy basket off their inbound right here.
Devin Velko, the inbounds pass back to Zeiser. Shelby sets up the Vikings. Half court, good defensive pressure on her. Velko on the left side, driving to the baseline. Nothing there. Kicks it back out. Zeiser drives to the hoop. Back to Velko. Velko, long shot. She pumps it in.
3 from 14, Devin Velko.
Just like her older sister, she's hitting those threes.
14-7, favor of the Tigers, but the Vikings are starting to settle down. Good defense. Again, Vikings Shot in the corners off the mark. Good rebound by Maddie Velko. She brings it up. Over half court. Over to Zeiser. Zeiser in the corner. Velko again open, not this time. Devin looks inside, drives, good pass. Husson down on the baseline, back to Velko. Almost had a backdoor cut. She takes it a shot.
Another three from 14, Devin Velko.
Drills another three.
And this could be a crucial point in the game right here. You never want to foul someone on a three-point shot.
3 points, plus a foul on the Tigers.
They didn't.
In for number 30,
Trying to decipher
21,
what the refs
Husson
called it on right here.
Vikings.
Seems as if the refs said that was on the ground before the shot went up, so we'll see him take it out of bounds right here. They feed it to
pass for Hornbacher. She breaks it in. Layup off the backboard. 14-12. Favor of the Tigers. Got a nice run going. Big steal by Velko. Hornbacher comes up with Zeiser over half court. Zeiser drives all the way to the hole, and it's going to be a charging foul.
She's going to have to watch those for the game.
That's really a tough time. You got to keep your energy under control. She wanted to go to the hoop with it, but unfortunately, the defender was
And that foul is on Shelby Zeiser, and I want to point out that she has come back from a knee injury, and she is one of the Vikings' key players, so we'll see how she carries on through the night.
side down into the corner. This time the entry pass, and the Vikings have 3 players all around it. Great hustle by Taylor Hornbacher to get into that.
Great teamwork there for the Vikings.
Vikings get the ball on the possession arrow, and here comes Maddie Velko.
And the Tigers are still in they're still pressuring the ball handler right here. Almost a loose ball right there.
Velko takes it to the basket, off the rim.
Just off the rim that time. Big outlet pass. Tigers really like to push the ball up the floor. That one is stolen by Hornbacher. Zeiser back up over midcourt.
And Hornbacher is the second leading scorer on the Vikings. So
over to Curley on the right-hand side. Curley looks to drive. Comes across the free throw line. Decides to take it back out front. Maddie Velko this time. A lot of bumping out there. This time, nice little spin move, and she makes it, ties the game at 14 with 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Patton down, pass back out to the top. Tigers reset, 29 seconds to go.
the Tigers definitely have very good ball movement. Their posts are flashing, and
Great job by the Vikings to get the hand in the passing lane and tip the ball just a little bit, enough to cause the turnover. And here comes the Vikings with 21 seconds to go in the first quarter.
both teams look winded so far, and you know, you got to wonder when they're going to settle down and, you know, get into the flow of the game.
There is a little bit of an adrenaline rush when you get into the district finals. Zeiser's got one more shot at it. Inside the free throw line, can't make it. And just like we started, we're going to end with a tie at the end of one quarter. The Tigers from Armada 14 and the Vikings of Marysville 14. We'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment.
One in 3 adults age 65 or older will fall each year, and 2/3 of these people will fall again within the following 6 months. Environmental factors such as stairs, rugs, and poor lighting can affect mobility in your home. The most common injuries from falls are fractures of the spine, hip, forearm, leg, ankle, pelvis, upper arm, and hand. 1/4 of seniors who fracture a hip from a fall will die within 6 months of the injury. Take the precautions and make your home safer by improving the lighting, installing railings by all stairs, and reducing tripping hazards by using rugs. Be sure to exercise regularly and eat healthy. For more information, go to www.cdc.gov and search home and recreational safety.
You may be eligible for a credit on your electric bill if you experience lengthy or frequent service outages. To request the $25 credit, contact your electricity provider. For more information about the credit and tips for surviving power outages, call the Michigan Public Service Commission at 1-800-292-9555 or visit their website at michigan.gov/mpsc and click on Consumer Information. A public service message from the Michigan Public Service Commission.
2-2 zone we saw in the first quarter.
Coach Ratchie and Coach Velko do not want them to get penetration inside. Good job by the Vikings cutting off the baseline. Oh, we picked up a foul that time, a little reaching foul. That's a tough one.
And now the Vikings are in foul trouble. They've already collected 7 fouls in the first quarter, and every foul from now on is going to result in free throw shots.
Heisler for the Tigers. First one is good, 15-14 Tigers. Katie Heisler on her second attempt. Just off the rim. This one, big bounce. Patton picks it up, puts it in off the glass. 17-14 Tigers. Shelby's Heisler brings it up over midcourt, looks for a big pass inside to Hornbacher. Excellent entry pass.
That was a great shot. She knows how to take it up hard.
He uses the glass just like she was taught. Nice job, Taylor.
That's what
super pass.
That's what the Vikings need to do this game. They need to feed it down low so they can open up their three-point shooting.
I do believe the Vikings have the stronger inside game, and they're going to want to take advantage of that.
With all the fives they have.
Coast to coast, but just off the backboard and off the rim. Now Patton goes coast to coast. She makes it. 19-16 Tigers. Crossover move by Maddie Velko. She's going. This is a very fast-paced game. You talked about getting winded, Josh. Both teams are really running the floor.
Definitely. They need to start looking in to get some subs and some fresh legs into the game. As the Tigers bring in number 4 into the game, Kelsey Thompson, a 5'6" guard. She's a senior.
Also, number 5, Caitlin Carlson.
Now we see that both teams are in foul trouble, so it's going to be interesting how they're going to, manage their fouls and carry on the rest of the first half.
Velko hits the first one, 19-17 in favor of the Tigers. We saw this a lot in Wednesday night semifinal. The Tigers play a lot of different people, and so do the Tigers. Try to keep those legs fresh. Vikings move back up into a half-court trap this time. Good job, no reaching that time. That was great.
Now the Tigers have to watch getting the balls in the corner. They're definitely going to get trapped if they get too deep into the corners.
Long shot off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Patton comes away with it. Rebound all the way up. Again, Zeisler, big pass up to Emily Giroux. Giroux spots up, misses the 3, but it's off the Tigers. Devin Velko can't make it. Off the hands of Hornbacher. Patton goes coast to coast with it, and she makes it.
There's definitely no lack of hustle in this game. Both teams are trying very hard, and they're trying to win this game. It's definitely becoming quite a shootout.
21-18. This is anything but a slow-down game. They are going at each other. Good job by the Vikings, Taylor Hornbacher.
Hornbacher gets blocked, but she still manages to make it.
Always important to have those hands out there, see what you can pick up. That ball gets knocked away. That was a good job by Taylor. Patton's big skip pass all the way across to the far corner, off the mark, but she gets her own rebound, then it's knocked out of bounds.
A long rebound, gets knocked out of bounds, and it stays the Tigers' ball.
And for the Vikings, number 24, Natalie Curley, and starter, number 11, Jessica Martin. Coming out, 14, Devin Velko, and number 21, Taylor Hornbacher. Kelsey Husson also in.
Good job by both coaches. They recognize how quick the pace is, and they're trying to keep everybody fresh. Tigers to inbounds the ball all the way to the top of the key. Good job by Natalie Curley. Good job. Big rebound by Jessica Martin. Out to Maddie Velko. Brings it up over half court. Spin move, goes all the way to the basket. She's fouled again.
And that's going to result in some free throws here.
I think Coach Rathje will take a free throw contest, especially with Velko shooting.
Velko's going to get us some points with these free throws.
21-20 in favor of the Tigers. Just under 5 minutes to go in the half. First one is good, and that ties it at 21.
As I said earlier in this broadcast, Velko is a dead-eye free throw shooter. She is 66 of 81 at the line this year.
In now for the Tigers is number 25, Deanna Flame.
Velko makes them both and takes a 1-point lead for the Vikings. Big move for the Vikings. Now they get to play from the lead. Let's see how they do.
The Vikings retreated back into their 1-2-2 zone. Let's see if they can get some traps in the corners here.
On with just a little bit smaller of a lineup also. Good, nice double team right there. Oh, unfortunately, the two Vikings ran into each other. Jump ball, and the Vikings have the possession arrow.
Returning for Armada number 20, Katie Heisler.
Number 20 in, Katie Heisler. For number 15, Caitlin Smith.
Maddie Velko brings it up over half court, looking for the backdoor pass to Giroux. Giroux puts it off the glass and in.
That was a great pass by Maddie Velko.
Very good job. Vikings picked up 3-point lead.
The corner.
Quick pass, another turnover off the shoe. Emily Giroux navigating traffic. It's a 1-on-4, so she decides to pull it back out. Setting up the offense, going all the way to the right side, all the way back around, and unfortunately just out of bounds.
Up until then, she was handling that pressure very well.
And number 21 checks back in, Taylor Hornbacher, who has been a huge, has had a huge impact for the Vikings so far. She has been a dominant inside force.
Tigers try to attack to the left, come back to the right side. Good job on the Vikings shifting back and forth in their zone. That one's off the mark. Curley, a great box out, picks up the rebound, brings it up over half court. They are really trying to push the ball. And now she sets up the offense. Got Taylor Hornbacher is at the high post. Looks inside and she comes down to the low post. She's fouled.
Hornbacher throws it back in, unable to be saved by Emily Giroux.
I'll tell you what, the Tigers have done a great job of protecting the three-point arc. They really haven't let up any three-pointers besides early in the first quarter, and that's one of their keys to the game to win this game.
They're going to force the Vikings to make them kind of grind it out a little bit. They're not going to give up the easy three.
Vikings are still in a 1-2-2 zone. Great trap by Taylor Hornbacher and Natalie Curley.
Tigers, a lot of movement of the ball. That's good.
And that's out on
off the Tigers, Viking basketball.
And number 14 checks back in. And I want to point out, we have two Velcos on the team. One is a younger freshman, number 14, and we have the older Velco, number 10. And they both have huge impacts on the flow and the momentum of the game.
Other siblings that we have are Kelsey Husson and Peyton Husson, Peyton being a freshman, and Kelsey a junior, just like the Velco sisters.
That entry pass just not quite high enough. Tigers take it away, drive all the way to the far end, but they missed the layup. A big outlet pass is almost stolen. Devin Velco had the idea of trying to get it up the floor in a hurry, but Patton decided she wanted to try to get her hand on that.
Number 4, Kelsey Thompson, had a very athletic play on that ball. It was a great read. Just too bad she couldn't come up with the steal. She knocked it out of bounds.
That was a nice anticipation play by the Armada Tigers. And she goes all the way, makes the bucket, and will shoot one.
Talking about great reads, Katie Heiser just saw that ball, you know, took it coast to coast and finished hard at the rim. great play right there, and definitely a momentum changer for the visitor Tigers.
24-23, and now tied, 24 apiece, 2:24 to go in the first half. Emily Giroux brings it up on the right side, driving the lane, goes all the way underneath, big throw up to the top, Devin Velko. Devin goes right, comes back to her left, needs a little help. There's not a lot of room inside on those little passes. That's a tough area to try to make the connection.
They need to try and get the defense out of there.
And checking in for Marysville is number 12, Shelby Zeiser.
2 minutes to go in the game, and we've got a tie, 24-24. Great ball game going. Good job by the Tigers getting some penetration, but the Viking defense collapses on it.
And Shelby Zeiser's defense is definitely coming into play here. Coming off the injured list, she definitely helps out the Vikings with her athleticism and quickness on the defensive end.
Even with her ACL just being torn.
On the tie-up, possession arrow goes to the Tigers. Try to inbound it all the way back to the top, back to the corner. Emily Giroux right there, good defense.
The Tigers are doing a great job of getting the ball and, you know, making that extra pass to get an open person down low, and just, you know, when they see the open three, they take it, and so far they've been hitting a couple of them.
3-second call. Victoria Patton that time got caught, had her toes in the lane. The officials make the 3-second call, and with 1:24 to go in the first half, the Vikings.
She's going to have to be careful. She seems to be one of their key players.
A little bit of a traveling that time. A little anxious to get started.
This is going to be a very nerving game for these Vikings.
Here come the Tigers. To the left side, back over to the right.
Great ball movement.
Tigers are slowing things down quite a bit. You talked about Shelby Zeiser. Good defensive player, good anticipation, getting her hand on that pass.
Definitely helping the Vikings on the defensive end.
Great offense and defensive player.
Nice drive inside, off the mark.
The Vikings get it
up to Giroux. Giroux going all the way. Puts it out the backboard, and she's fouled. She'll be shooting two.
And now the Vikings and the Tigers are both tied up at 9 with fouls, as long as the score at 24-24 all.
At the line for Marysville, number 22, Emily Giroux.
Emily Giroux to shoot two. First one just off the front. 39 seconds to go. Just off the mark.
Just couldn't get that roll there. You know, sometimes it's just unlucky.
Right. Looks like the Tigers are going to pull it back, try to take the last shot. 26 seconds to go in the half. 24-24 game. Lots of great action. This has been an up and down ball game.
It's going to be exciting to see how the second half plays out.
And we got 10.
Both teams will settle down and really come out in a second.
Oh.
Foul on 14, Devin Velko.
Tough little call. Devin got underneath her a little bit as she went up to get that shot off.
Again, the Tigers' ball movement comes into account, and you know they've been able to spread that zone out and really get passes down into their big players.
In for Vikings, number 10, Maddie Velko, and 11, Jessica Martin.
Josh, you were saying that they really play a lot around the perimeter, but they have some cutters come in from the weak side, and that's tough for the defender because their back's to them.
Yeah, their forwards definitely. do a good job of sealing off defenders and creating that open passing lane.
3, 2, 1. And the fans wanted a foul, but the referee said no, I don't think so.
That would have been a tough call.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a barn burner. Class B girls basketball district action. Armada Tigers 24, our own Marysville Vikings 24. Be sure to join us for second half action.
Every day, 1,200 people are injured in car crashes involved with distracted drivers. Some examples of distracted driving are messing with the radio, texting while driving, and talking to passengers. Is having fun worth your life? To learn more, go to www.distraction.gov.
The American Legion, we're a powerful force for the nation. We pledge ourselves to our veterans, our youth, a strong national defense, and Americanism. These 4 pillars shape our work and what we do for America. We work relentlessly within our 4 pillars of service, and we succeed. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. We support and promote citizenship and integrity in America's future leaders. We know what policies, tools, and manpower our military needs to protect this great country. We fight to get these things done. We're patriots through and through. We promote and defend these values every day in communities across the nation. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Red Mud Studio, featuring functional, raku, and pit-fired pottery. Contact Deborah Maxwell for individual or group classes and special gifts at 367-7001 or stop by the studio at 640 Richmond Road, Kimball.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Marysville High School Gymnasium for girls district final action. The Vikings and the Tigers from Armada, 24-24. Great first half.
Just like the game started, except for we switched sides now.
Great hustle by Jessica Martin to wrestle that one away. Hornbacher at the top, takes it in, foul! And one.
What a way to start off the second half here. An and one is just as good as a three-pointer in my book.
Good job. You really kept a lot of people out around the perimeter, and that gave Taylor a little bit of room to operate inside.
They spread the floor out there, and you can tell that the Tigers are trying to protect the three-pointer.
Taylor Hornbacher starts us off with a three-point play, 27-24 Marysville, start of the third quarter. Tigers up in the front court, on the right side, back to the middle.
And this is the first time we've seen the Vikings in a 2-3 zone, so we'll see how this affects how the Tigers shoot.
Off the mark, Zeisler pulls it away, brings it up the right side, looking inside, cross-court pass. Maddie Velko takes it all the way to the hole, off the mark. Hornbacher, big rebound, and almost another three-pointer.
And that's 2 quick fouls for the Tigers. We're really gonna have to, hope that it's not gonna be as many fouls and slow down the game as much as it was last half. But the Vikings are definitely hoping that the Tigers keep on the fouls, keep pouring on the fouls.
The Vikings are gonna have to watch fouls themselves.
Taylor's first shot just off the mark. For Thompson, that was her third foul. Taylor hits the second one. 28-24 Vikings. 7:13 to go. Third quarter.
And the Vikings stick with the 2-3 zone here.
Tigers taking it to the right side. Trying to drive it back. All the way back to the top. Passing down to the corner now. Swinging it back around to the other side.
Armada's fighting to get position inside.
Good job by the Viking zone, not allowing anything to penetrate into the zone. Armada's being very patient.
Definitely not trying to force anything.
Emily
I take that
Giroux,
back.
great defensive play. Good hustle by Emily, tipping that away. Foul on the Tigers. That'll be their third team foul.
This keeps up, they're going to be in foul trouble.
Now Emily Giroux's bringing the ball up. A switch from Maddie, who's been bringing the ball up most of the game. They kick it to the middle to Taylor, and then there's a backdoor screen that almost rebound by the Vikings. Put back, no good. Shelby Zeiser puts it back up, and then the foul through. There's a basket. The Tigers are coming up full court. Very fast. And we got a foul on the shot. There's 2 shots coming up for the Tigers. And the foul is on Emily Giroux. And at the line, number 20, Katie Heiser.
2 fouls for Emily Giroux. She's going to have to be more careful about those.
Heisler makes the first basket.
In for Armada, number 30, Rachel LaCavera.
And Heisler makes both of them, 26-30. 26-30, Vikings.
Hornbacher at the top of the key
with
takes the shot. Heisler steals it and takes it up the court, passing it to number 5, Caitlin Carlson.
You definitely see the Tigers are trying to, they're bringing up the momentum in the game. They're trying to, speed up the game for themselves, and it's resulted in a couple turnovers. Now Emily Giroux is bringing the ball up the court. The Tigers stay in man, and Emily Giroux gets called for a carry. Tigers ball.
That was a tough call.
The Vikings stay in the 2-3 zone as the Tigers bring it down the right side of the court. They're dribbling, pass to the right side, and then a flip. No good. Rebound by Shelby Zeiser. Zeiser brings it down the court. Kick out to Martin. Pass to Velko. Screen. And then there's a foul called on the Tigers. And the foul's called on number 30, Rachel LaCavera. Timeout, Tigers.
And with that timeout, we're going to thank another one of our sponsors.
The Marysville Knights of Columbus has the perfect location for many occasions. With their friendly and knowledgeable staff and both small and large halls available for rental, you'll be sure to find what you need. Call 364-6800 today to make your reservations.
And here we are back at Marysville High School for girls district basketball action. The score is 30-26 Vikings. A slim lead, but they're still holding on. The Tigers have 4 fouls so far in this quarter. And you don't want to get in foul trouble. Maddie Valco is at the line, who is a solid free throw shooter. She's made a big impact on the game so far.
A couple of the keys that Brittany, you had talked about earlier. How the Vikings doing on that?
I think they progressed much better at the beginning of the second half, and we're going to see how that continues throughout.
And Maddie gets the roll. There's one in for the Vikings.
The Vikings definitely have slowed down the Tigers' running game.
Yes.
Letting them get up, and they're handling all the flow play pressure.
The Vikings are ahead now.
The Vikings cash in for both of them. Tigers bring it down the court. Definitely swinging the ball quite well. Trying to spread it out here on the Vikings in the 2-3 zone.
Okay.
And there's a trap.
Vikings do a good job on stealing the ball by Maddie Velko.
Doing a great job in the zone, forcing turnovers, and then drive to the basket by Hornbacher, and a left-handed layup for the basket. Armada's bringing it up.
Hornbacher is really one of their key under-the-basket shooters. She really makes most of her shots, and she's very good with that.
And the Vikings change their defense to a 1-2-2. Penetration by number 4, And the rebound by the Tigers, but can't cash it in. Shelby Zeiser brings it up the court. Kicks it out, but stolen by number 20 on a breakaway. Let's see if she can cash it in for the layup, and she does. Number 20, Katie Heisler with the layup, coast to coast. Maddie breaks on the right side, and in and out for the Vikings. It's turning into quite a shootout here. Fast-paced game, 13, and the foul. It's a charge on the Tigers. And that is the Tigers' 5th foul. Kelsey, who's coming in for the Vikings and the Tigers here?
Great job by the Vikings. You feel a little bit of the momentum shifting now to the Viking side of the floor.
Yep.
Currently bringing it up right now is Natalie Curley.
And Tigers ball out on the Vikings on a very, very good play. Hustle on both sides of the ball. The Tigers are bringing it up the court.
Vikings still in a 1-2-2 zone.
And we see the Tigers definitely flashing to the middle. You're going to have to watch out for that because getting it in the middle opens up a lot of passing lanes. There they get it to the middle, and there's a foul. 2 shots for the Tigers. Number 20, Katie Heisler, is going to be at the line for the free throws.
Foul on 21, Taylor Hornbacher.
Anytime you decide what defense you want to play, you have to do a give and take. This time the Vikings decide that they want to really jam it in it and make those long cross-court passes. That does open up a few spots inside if
Definitely,
the Tigers
definitely.
take advantage like they did there.
Katie Heisler cashes in on the first shot. No good on the second. Bounces out. Armada gets the rebound. They put it back up, and no good.
Rebound by Devin Velko.
With the rebound. Brings it down the court. Off her shoe.
Passes to Curley, number 24.
Armada's pressuring the ball.
Hornbacher takes it to the rim, and it's knocked out of her hands by number 20.
Out on the Tigers. We'll see what the Vikings do on their inbound play.
34-29 in favor of the Vikings with 2 minutes, 46 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Pass to 21, Taylor Hornbacher on an inbounds play.
3-point shot. In and out for the Vikings.
You know, Josh and Brittany, the one thing I'm really impressed. The Tigers do an excellent job of boxing out.
They do.
Well coached. Fundamentally, you see a lot of those long rebounds get away, but it's not for lack of effort.
Definitely, definitely. The Tigers with a quick 3-point shot. Off, and Devin Velko gets the rebound.
Armada's crowd is getting pumped up.
And the handoff to the younger Velko.
Great handoff by Velko to Velko.
Passes it up top. Gets it to the middle to Taylor. You got to be careful with these Viking shooters. If you leave them open at the 3-point arc, they could cash in at any time. And Maddie Velko with the 3-point shot. It's good.
It is in.
We have a possibility of a 4-point play here. This is a big momentum changer for the Vikings.
Velko at the line. Oh, the refs have changed their mind. It is out of bounds now for the Vikings.
And the Vikings out of bounds.
Knocked out by 20, Katie Heisler.
It's great defensive play right there. Way to get into the Vikings' head. You know, we get the quick inbound.
Velko brings it up from an out-of-bounds play.
Screen by Taylor Hornbacher. Backing her down. And stolen by the Tigers. Bringing it down coast to coast. Backed. Stolen back by the Vikings. They slow it down a little bit. Maddie Velko has the ball.
Velko gets trapped.
and travels. And the Vikings travel, turnover, Tigers ball.
Jessica Martin was open on the wing that time. Maddie did a good job at driving in, got the defenders on her. A little kick out might have been an open 3 for Jessica.
Always got to keep your eyes up on those.
That happens sometimes.
And checking in for the Vikings, number 22, Emily Giroux. She'll be along with Shelby Zeiser checking in, number 12.
Coming out, Mandy Velko, number 10, and number 11, Jessica Martin.
The Tigers bring it up the court, pass it to the wing. They drive baseline, out of bounds, on the Vikings. Tigers ball.
1:17 to go, 37-29 in favor of the Vikings.
And number 3 with the open shot, just off. Vikings rebound. Emily Giroux brings it up the court. Passes it off to 24. Natalie Curley, backdoor to Shelby Zeiser. Cashes it in. Oh, in and out.
Rebound by 13 on Armada, Victoria Patton.
I'll tell you what, number 13 can sure fly up the court. She cashes in for a right-handed layup. Taylor Hornbacher bringing it down the court, and there's a foul, and now the Tigers are in foul trouble.
I'm going to share a little story with you, Josh.
All right.
Victoria Patton, I coached her mom back at SC4 a few years ago, quite a few years ago. But mom could play just as well. She was a little point guard for Richmond.
I guess it runs in the family. Speed,
it certainly
definitely
does.
At the line, 21, Taylor Hornbacher.
Victoria's grandfather was a coach out at Richmond for many years.
Foul on the Vikings. That's four fouls on the Vikings.
In for Vikings, number 10, Madison Velko, going in for her sister, number 14, Devin Velko.
I guess Maddie just had to get a quick break, huh?
She needed it. She was working hard.
And the Tigers bring it down the court. Let's see if they can make something happen in the later part of this third quarter.
With 36 seconds left, the score is 37-31.
The Vikings
Let's see how this quarter finishes.
And the three-point shot, no good. Maddie Velko with the rebound.
Those were great passes by Armada around the key.
Maddie's called for the travel after the rebound. Tigers ball. The inbound play. Tigers need to get it out. Almost a 5-second call. They get it out to number 20, Katie Heisler. To the three-point shot, no good. Tell you what, Vikings bring it down the court, hustling.
Shelby Zeiser is just running.
Natalie Curley drives baseline, nothing there. Feed it to the post. In and out.
Great trap by Maddie Velko.
Called right at the buzzer. There's 5 fouls on the Vikings. That will be a foul called on number 10, Maddie Velko.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to join us for some exciting fourth quarter action when we get back on M6, your hometown station.
Don't get caught with these bad texting habits. With the help of technology, students are now able to access the internet on their phones during class to help them with their schoolwork. Too many kids are getting caught for abusing the privileges that teachers are now giving them. Don't get out your phone in school unless the teacher gives you the go, and be sure it's school appropriate. To review the school handbook, go to www.marysvilleschools.us.
They've stormed beaches and freed countries. Protected the weak and defeated the strong. shown courage and compassion. They've raised our flag and our hope. They've been called leathernecks. They've been called devil dogs. But above all, they're called Marines.
Chase, one of the leading names in mortgages, is right in your own backyard. See Sandra Belichick, Dana, or call 364-7631 to learn more about the best rates around.
We're back with more high school basketball girls district final action. We got a nail biter here, 37-31 Vikings.
All of those August practices, those sprints up and down the floor, this is where it pays off. Fourth quarter district finals. Great ball game.
The Tigers kick it to the wing. The Vikings are still in that 2-3 zone we've seen so often in this game. Out on the Vikings, Tigers ball.
Giroux tries to get the ball, but unfortunately it's been out of bounds, but that was a great hustle.
We'll see if the Tigers can make something happen here. They haven't been able to score that much on this 2-3 zone.
They've got to find a way of getting the ball in and then kicking it back out.
They seem to all be up closer to the perimeter.
And traveling on the Tigers, Vikings ball.
Full court press by the Vikings.
The Tigers definitely have to start. Timeout by the Vikings. 37-31 Vikings. And we'd like to take this timeout to thank another one of our sponsors.
The Marysville Rotary Club supports projects both locally and across the globe. The club meets every Tuesday at Alexander's Premier Banquet Facility at 12:05 p.m. The Marysville Rotary Club, promoting service above self.
And now we're back in Marysville High School. A quick 30-second timeout by the Vikings, and they get the ball in bounds. Get it to the middle. Up the wing goes Maddie Velko. She kicks it to the middle to Taylor Hornbacher.
Who is foul?
Two shots blocking on the Tigers.
We're into the bonus situation now for the Tigers, but we're not too far from the double bonus. I know Coach would love to be shooting free throws the rest of this quarter.
Tigers just 1-1, Vikings just 1-1 right now. And Taylor misses the first shot. That's why they give you two, though. Taylor splits the pair, and the Tigers hustle it up the court.
Great passes around the perimeter into number 20, who was fouled.
That'll be two shots for the Tigers.
For number 20, Katie Heisler.
The Vikings are nearing foul trouble here. They might have bonuses coming. The Tigers might have bonus shots coming this quarter.
That is Emily Giroux's third foul. She's going to have to be more careful on that defense.
Katie Heisler cashes in on the first shot.
You know, it's a tough mix because you want your players to be aggressive, and you don't like to see them get the reaching foul.
Exactly.
If it's a blocking foul or something where they really busting to get there, foul's a foul, but those are aggressive, good fouls.
Definitely agree. Katie Heisler cashes in on the second one.
Now in the game.
The Vikings get it up the court, kicking out to Devin for the three, and she cashes in a three-point shot. Vikings 41, Tigers 33.
Balco never disappointing with those three-pointers.
The Tigers get it to the middle. Reverse, no good. And put back by the Tigers.
That was good hustle by the Tigers to stay with that. First shot was blocked, but she didn't give up on it, turned around and made the second one.
Great way to follow up on your own shot.
That was a brave attempt for a reverse layup, too.
Shelby hustles in for the rebound, puts it back up, no good. And we'll see what we have here. Tigers ball out of bounds. Foul on the Vikings, Valco. She's got to be careful here. She might run into foul trouble. And they're one of their, Maddie is one of their key players, so they definitely don't want to lose her in the fourth quarter. Elginak brings it down the baseline, and a charge called on number 23, Laura Karas.
Great job by the Viking defense to cut off that baseline. Coach always yells at you to get to the baseline.
Yes.
Right? Put your foot right there. Don't let them come around that end. Make them go back.
Shelby Zeiser at the point. We'll see if she can create anything. The Tigers are trying to trap here.
Someone's open then. There's two on Zeiser. Pass to Valco.
Valco for the three, and she misses. Long rebound. The Tigers grab it. Valco tips it, but the Tigers keep the ball.
Number 5, Carlson brings up the floor. Pass to number 20, who falls or is tripped.
And now the Vikings are in foul trouble. We are 1-1, and the Tigers are finally in bonus.
I think this foul situation, it's going to come down to a lot of free throws in the last 5 minutes and 53 seconds.
It'll definitely make this game a lot more interesting with the foul situation. Katie Heisler cashes in on the first one. She's definitely been at the foul line a lot this game and hasn't missed very many.
41-36, 5:53 to go. Great basketball action.
This is the second one.
Emily Giroux up the sideline. She drives, gets a foul, blocking foul on the Tigers. This will result in a 1-1. Nope, I correct myself. The Vikings are in double bonus now.
The officials will get into a pattern when they're calling a game, and right now they are not allowing anybody to do any reaching fouls.
No. Very tough on their calls.
Emily misses the first shot.
In for Vikings, number 30, Kelsey Helson. For 21, Taylor Hornbacher.
Emily with the second shot. She gets the roll, and it's good. Armada's bringing it up court. Number 3.
Vikings again in that 2-3 zone. Seems to be unstoppable.
Armada's trying to slow the game down a little bit. With the three-point shot, she cashes in. Number 3.
Carly Zablayan.
Carly Zablayan.
Tigers have cut it to a 3-point lead. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go.
Vikings penetrate inside. Cashes it with the three-point play. Timeout, Vikings.
Those Valcos are good shooting their threes.
A great time for a timeout and a great time for a break from us. We'd like to thank our sponsors.
Insurance Specialist Agency, LLC, offering auto, home, boat, and umbrella coverage at the best price possible. For a quote, call the insurance specialist at 388-5100 or stop into the office at 501 Gratiot Boulevard, Suite 1.
And now we're back with more high school girls basketball action. District finals here at Marysville High School.
In this quarter, we have had a 3 from Armada, but Madison Valco returns with a 3 of her own, bringing us up to 45-39.
The winner of this game goes on to the regionals next week, and that's going to be up in Yale, I believe. Croslex, they're playing a big game tonight. I believe it's against K-Pac, so the winner of that one, they be a big matchup.
Vikings are going to have competition either way.
The Vikings are in foul trouble here. Number 23, Lauren Carus at the line. Bonus, 1-1.
In for Vikings, number 21, Taylor Hornbacher. For number 14, Devin Valco.
Freshman's come in and hit some big shots, giving the Vikings some good minutes tonight.
And number 23 shoots it and cashes in on the first basket. Lauren Carus made the first one, so she gets a second one. That's the bonus of 1-1. See if she can make it. And no good. Husson Gets the ball, passes up court to Taylor Hornbacher. Emily Giroux at the point. And the Tigers are pressing the ball here. They got to make something happen defensively, make the Vikings cause a turnover.
Giroux is making very good use of her dribbling techniques between the legs and behind her back.
Going to man-to-man, or in this case, woman-to-woman defense.
The Vikings penetrate. They're not looking to make anything happen here. Just waste a little time and keep it wide, you know. The Vikings with the 5-second call. Tigers basketball.
The rule on that basically is the defender, if they're within 6 feet and applying pressure, the person with the ball has to try to advance the ball, make an actual basketball play, pass it, drive to the hoop, do something. And if not, it's a violation.
In the heat of the game, it's very easy to forget about that rule. The Tigers swinging it around the perimeter. See if they can get it into the post here.
Number 4 open at the top of the perimeter.
Number 4 passes it to number 5. Kicks it to the wing with the shot. No good. Vikings ball. Out of bounds on the Tigers.
Good fundamentals by Maddie Valco. That ball was a little bit short, but she had her person boxed out. Wouldn't allow the Tigers to get to it.
The Tigers are full court pressing here. They cannot let any time be wasted. Shelby Zeiser beats her woman, and they're in 50 wide here, which is man-to-man, and they're just trying to waste some time and keep the lead. Another 5-second call by the Vikings. On the Vikings, excuse me. Tigers basketball.
If the Vikings can make a little penetration, just kick it out, they'll be able to keep the clock running.
Vikings are not handling this man-to-man press very well.
Give the Tigers a lot of credit. 45-40, 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go.
The Tigers are swinging around. There's a skip pass to Katie, and the three-pointer, no good. Off the back of the rim. And we have a traveling violation on the Tigers. Vikings basketball. But the Vikings got to be very wary because they know there's a full court press coming, and they haven't handled it very well in this fourth quarter. Natalie Curley checks in. Got to get the ball out. 5-second call. Oh, and the Vikings throw it out of bounds. Tigers basketball.
Tigers are doing a full court press, so that was a tough one.
A little bit of confusion on the inbounds play. That happens sometimes.
The Tigers get it right where the Vikings had it because they threw it out of bounds from right there. And the three, block shot by Shelby Zeiser. Out of bounds on the Vikings. Tigers basketball.
Great hustle by Shelby Zeiser, trying to tip it up to herself in the front court, but unfortunately stepped out of bounds.
I thought it might have been a blocking foul, but obviously the refs saw it differently.
I think the rest of the Viking fans would have agreed with you, but unfortunately they don't get a vote.
The Tigers are passing it around the perimeter. Drive baseline with the shot, no good.
Patton in for the shot, but unfortunately misses.
Yeah, over the back on the Tigers.
Once again, it goes back to fundamentals. When that ball was shot, Taylor Hornbacher turned, squared up, and did a great box out. The only thing the defender for the Tigers could do is reach over her back and draw the foul. Good job, Taylor.
Unfortunately, the Vikings are in double bonus right now. So on that rebound and foul on that rebound, the Vikings get 2 shots, 2 free throw shots.
Hornbacher sinks her first free throw.
We have 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 46-40 Vikings lead.
Hornbacher sinks her second one as well. And in for the Vikings is number 30, Kelsey Husson, coming in for 24, Natalie Curley.
Vikings coaching staff is trying to do a big little swap back and forth. When they're on defense, they want some of the bigger defenders in. When they're in the front court, they want Natalie or an extra ball handler up in the front.
It's really a very strategic thing to do, though.
Good hands by Emily Giroux. Excuse me, Taylor Hornbacher. Great hands.
20 takes it in and travels, making it a ball for the Vikings. Vikings are up 7.
The Vikings will take it out of bounds. We've got a full court press on by the Tigers. This will make it very interesting.
Belko brings it up.
I think our fans are being treated right here between Velko and Patton. Those are two of the better players in the Blue Water area. That's a great matchup to watch.
The key for the Vikings is to not force anything. And we have a timeout by Armada.
And we'll be back with more right after this.
The Marysville Lions Club has been serving the Marysville community since 1941. Programs for the visually challenged, school projects for our youth, and community enhancement projects are just a few of the activities Lions members experience. To become more involved, call 329-9723 or visit www.marysvillelions.org.
We're back in Marysville High School with more basketball action. The girls' district championship, and the Vikings are ahead 47-40 against the Tigers.
Both crowds are just pumped up.
You can definitely feel the electricity in the gym. Everybody knows this is for the district championship, and both teams want to win it extremely badly because they put in work all season for this moment right here.
Vikings come into the game with a record of 17-5, and they're the MAC Division champions. You can see why. They do a lot of good things.
They're doing very good tonight. And you know, there's been a lot of fouls, but there has remained sportsmanship on the court tonight.
Madison Velko misses her first free throw. And the second one. The Tigers bring it up the court. Let's see if they can create something offensively here. Pass out to the top of the key. Katie passes it to number 13, who's been very effective in this game. Drive baseline. Puts up the shot, no good. Armada gets the rebound and puts it in with the follow-up.
Number 3, Carly Zablian.
Maddie gets the ball out.
47-42, favor of the Vikings.
Huston gets the ball, passes it back out to Velko. Dribbles into the key, takes it up, and makes it.
The Tigers has to be very difficult for them. And we got a blocking foul on the Vikings. Number 21, Taylor Hornbacher.
I for sure thought that it would be a charge.
Taylor was working hard on that. They thought she got the charge, but the referee didn't see it that way.
That'll be 2 shots for the Vikings. But not before the timeout by the Tigers. This is Marysville basketball action, and we'll be back with more after this quick break.
The Marysville American Legion Post 449. Located at 299 Huron Boulevard in Marysville. Hall rentals are available for any occasion, and bingo is played every Tuesday evening. Stop by and thank a veteran today.
And we're back with more action from Marysville High School. Now we see the fans are getting into it a lot. The intensity on the court is just nail-biting. We'll see how the fourth quarter plays out here with the Vikings a 50-44 lead on the Tigers. Tigers are coming out with a lot of pressure, not letting any. The inbound, out of bounds by the Vikings. Tigers basketball.
A little miscommunication there, and that cost the Vikings possession. 40 seconds, 6-point lead. District championship on the line. Great basketball.
This is a tough game, but I think the Vikings can come through. And in for the Vikings is number 11, Jessica Martin. Coming out with number 24, Natalie Curley.
This is the moment that all these women wait for all season long. This is what they work for.
They've worked so hard all season, and it's going to pay off, hopefully.
Unfortunately, both teams don't get to win. Rebound by the Tigers.
We have a jump ball on the rebound. Possession goes to the Vikings.
We'll see how the Vikings handle the pressure here.
30 seconds to go and still a 6-point lead, 50-44 in favor of the Vikings.
Back in for Armada, number 13, Victoria Patton.
The Vikings can't force anything here. They get the inbound to Shelby Zeiser. She brings it up the court.
Nice job by breaking the press. Throws it in the corner. Good job. Take it back. Move it around. Good job, Vikings.
Great passes on the perimeter there.
And it looks like the Vikings are going to win this one.
We're down to about 10 seconds to go.
Shelby Zeiser takes a block.
Great job by Shelby. Breaks the press, moves it around. Emily, excellent job. Good ball possession.
Shelby hustles the entire game and just never gives up.
Got to give both these teams a lot of credit. They played hard, not just tonight, but earlier in this tournament. They really deserve that shot at the title, but it looks like the Vikings are going to get a chance to move on.
And you got to give Shelby some credit. Coming back from that knee injury and hustling out there like she is, that takes a lot of guts.
Vikings right now don't want to have any fouls.
No.
District championship on the line.
Zeiser sinks her second free throw.
Shelby splits them. The Tigers are hustling down the court. They got to get some shots up. She splits the defenders. No good, and a foul on Madison Velko. Two shots.
We're going to want to be more careful with those fouls. 8 seconds left in the game.
You got to love the effort, love the intensity. Maybe not like the foul. That's okay. We're going to forgive her on that one.
You can feel the intensity. The players are very, very nervous about this one.
Still a 2-possession game right now with a 6-point lead.
Carly Zablian cashes in on the first one. She has her second shot.
And she misses
no good,
the
in and out.
Big rebound. Jessica Martin pretty well ices the game right there. Timeout by the Vikings. 5 seconds to go. We're going to keep it right here. Really enjoyed doing the game with you two. I thought you had a lot of great insights. You brought us an exciting game tonight. Did you have fun tonight, Brendan?
I had a lot of fun.
How about you, Josh?
I had a great time, but it wasn't us bringing the exciting game. It was the players out there on the court. They really hustled their butt off out there.
Yes, they did. We also had a great crew, our M6 Communication Arts students. We had about 14 students out here tonight. 4 cameras going. We hope you enjoyed the game. It's a lot of fun to see students interscholastic or extracurricular athletics. What an opportunity to get all the fans involved. Both sets of fans have been excited, but like you said earlier, a lot of good sportsmanship as well.
It certainly has not been a boring game.
The Vikings are nearing their district championship title. And let me tell you, you could just see how excited these girls are.
They get the ball inbounds, secure the ball, and we might have a district championship.
Full court press by Armada.
Maddie gets the ball.
Velko takes it up.
2, 1.
Stalling.
And the Vikings are district champions.
That's what they've worked all season for.
What a moment. They work all season for this, and finally.
Well, congratulations, Marysville, on a district championship. And moving on to the regionals, Armada Tigers, you played an excellent game tonight. Very, very exciting game, a lot of fun to watch. That's what high school athletics is supposed to be all about. Great job to both teams. Good luck next week to the Vikings. For everybody from M6, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time on your hometown station.